Right, we're here in Plymouth at the University of St. Mark and St. John, where Namibia's rugby team is training. With us we have David van der Sandt, the rugby team's media manager. David, of course, Thursday, what a wonderful occasion, Namibia against New Zealand. And the players afterwards, New Zealand is actually sharing a few drinks with our boys. Tell us a bit about that.
That was a wonderful occasion. Obviously the match itself, which was by far one of Namibia's best performances ever against the Tier 1 country. I think the last time they played that well against the Tier 1 country was against Ireland in the 2007 World Cup. But I think what we'll remember for a long time was the incredible humility of the All Blacks afterwards. They invited the entire Namibian team and the management into their dressing room. A couple of the guys had beers, they swapped jerseys. There are a lot of the Namibian guys who walked away with a very precious All Black jersey. I know that Ronaldo Botma got Jerome Kaino's jersey, and he's very proud of that, having played against him, of course, in Super Rugby as well. But the All Blacks were absolutely fantastic. They posed for selfies. A lot of guys took selfies with Richie McCaw, obviously being such an icon. And not only that, then afterwards in the dressing room, the High Commissioner also came into the Namibian dressing room. Frankie Fredericks was there. He was absolutely ecstatic about Namibia's performance. And the guys went back to the hotel. We only got to bed about 1:30, but with an incredible buzz. I think the adrenaline was flowing so much that the guys couldn't get to sleep. And of course then on Thursday morning it was up early for recovery. A very professional approach that the guys maintained. And then it was a very long bus trip to Plymouth. So they arrived in Plymouth Friday evening around 7:30, and the guys were actually then quite tired.
Right, okay, that's now over. Now we're looking forward to the next game against Tonga. Tell us a bit about the preparation, maybe injuries and so on.
The preparation, of course, is going to be extremely important. In reality, Namibia only have 2 training sessions. This morning's training session, which will be a full one, and tomorrow afternoon's captain's run, given the very short turnaround that they'll have between the 2 matches. There are a couple of injury concerns, as you would expect, after a match against the caliber of the All Black side. It was a very physical game as well. So there are a few concerns. Raul Larson won't play in the next match because he's got a grade 1 hamstring injury. And then, of course, we're also a little bit concerned about Eugene Jantjies and Ronaldo Botma, but the 2 are training this morning, and the coach Phil Davies will of course make a call later in the afternoon. He's got to announce the side 48 hours before kick-off, but also of course he's entitled to change the side as many have done right up to the last moment of a test match. So still very much up in the air, but I can tell you there will be substantial changes to the side. We're looking at possibly 8 to 9 changes and a couple of positional switches as well, and that's all not necessarily injury related, but also because of the whole rotational policy where Phil, number 1, wants to give all 31 players a run at the Rugby World Cup. And of course, with the matches so intense and the physicality at such an incredible level, you've got to look after the welfare of the players. So that's why a lot of the players will be rotated. A lot of guys will come from the bench and start against Tonga, and then of course we'll see more changes going into the Georgia game.
Right, and just tell us a bit about that performance against the All Blacks. Must have lifted the boys. Do you think, how are they feeling about, that first win? Can we get it against Tonga?
I think the emphasis has now changed. Obviously the goal of this World Cup is a first win at the World Cup. That's very important, and Namibia will make history when they do that. Unfortunately, we do have the worst record of any country at a World Cup, not having been able to win a single match. But the emphasis now changed to just go through the processes, stick to the game plan, and stick to what is happening on the training ground, and stick to what the coach tells you to do, because it's very easy to lose focus when you concentrate so much on trying to get a first win, that to lose focus on the processes that need to get you there. So I think this week the guys will more concentrate. Of course they want that win. Everyone wants to win, and you play every match to win. But the focus will be to really try and execute the game plan to the best that they can.
Great. And you, how are you feeling?
I'm excellent. It's fantastic. Very privileged to be at a World Cup. It's my 7th World Cup, and it's wonderful being with the Namibian side. It's an incredible bunch of people, so humble, so cooperating, and so far we might not have won a match, but I think in popularity stakes the Namibian team is very high up there.